Hi, my name is Helen Taylor. I'm the founder of the Social Chase. And with me today are my guests from the Social Chase group is Michael and Chase. So today we're going to discuss what is autism, and Michael and Chase are going to share how autism has impacted their lives.
Autism, also known as autism spectrum disorder, is a general term used to describe a complex neurological disorder caused by a combination of genes and environmental influences. Autism is a spectrum disorder that can be mild or severe. Each individual is different despite having the same diagnosis.
So autism disorders are characterized by social challenges, communication difficulties, and repetitive behaviors. 1 in 59 children are diagnosed with autism according to the Center of Disease Control. And actually, boys are more identified than girls. For every one girl, 4 boys are identified with autism spectrum disorder. So now we're going to talk with Michael, our guest from Social Chasers, and Chase, and they're going to share what autism means to them and how it impacts their lives. So welcome, Michael.
Well, hi, everybody.
Thank you for coming today.
Great to be here.
So tell us about what autism means to you and how does it impact your life and the things you've done that you really feel good about.
If I can describe autism in one word, or at least like in one phrase, it just has always been, is to me. In my teen years, it's mostly affected me socially, organizationally, just like, organizing stuff, organizing how things are. But the social piece has been a big aspect to it. In coupling with, say, the more, what's the word, not mental illness, but like...
It's a social challenge.
Social challenge, yeah.
The neurological.
Exactly.
So one of the things with Michael is that he has gone to college, 4 years at Delphi, but again... A graduate. Go ahead.
Graduated magna cum laude.
Oh, that's awesome. So, and he's very capable, he's very smart, but when you're on the spectrum, some individuals have challenges of being social. And being socialized is so important in society. All right, Chase, do you want to share a little bit about yourself in terms of how autism has impacted you?
Well, autism affected me by having me not be social around others, and it made me quiet too.
And what are the benefits of autism to you?
Well, it made me creative and make my own book series, and it gave me the opportunity to draw.
Okay. What about you, Michael? What do you think is the benefits?
I'd probably say the benefits are more, and this can probably apply to anyone, I'm not quite sure. It's like once I pick up on something, I'm able to pick up on something more deeply than others at times. And it also helps me, and it's going to sound strange, but archiving something. Like, say if I find something to archive, my brain is able to remember any type or subtype of, or subcategory of whatever I'm learning at the moment, or what I'm interested in. And then I'm able to just use that to, whatever's needed to be used for, whether it's creative, whether it's in school. To sum it up, it's sort of like I'm able to understand something faster than others.
So you have great memory retention, you're thinking?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
So as I said before, Michael and Chase are part of the Social Chase. And let me explain to you what the Social Chase is. The Social Chase is a program I started because in our area in Waterbury, we did not have any social programs for late teens to adults for our social activities, and it was very difficult. In our case, I used to travel with Chase to ASRC, which is a great program in different areas, but everybody can't travel to these places. So I decided to start something here in the Waterbury area, which is open to all, to have some activities. So one of our first Social Chase programs was the board game night at Post University. We collaborated with Post and Autism Speaks so the kids can have, not kids, the social chasers to have fun times. And also the Post athletes were so awesome. They came and they played with us. And so the kids were so happy with that. And they're not kids, they're young adults, but I keep saying kids, so excuse me for that. And we also had some great cooking classes at the Art of Yum. You guys remember those classes?
Oh, those were great.
Yeah, they're great. So the Art of Yum owners and chefs, Dante, James, and Michonne, were awesome, and they let us come in and they taught our youth how to cook. And so we had about 4 cooking classes so far, and it's been very awesome and very rewarding for all of us. And we also have been doing bowling games. We had a nice summer bowling league at Wilkett Lanes. So Chad has been wonderful with our youth. They had a great time, and we're going to continue that program on during the winter season. So we're just trying to find some fun activities for our youth to do versus staying at home, and what they like to do is play on their computers and play on their phones and play on YouTube and play on their iPads. So it's a way to get them out. So that's what the Social Chase is born from. And it's the Social Chase program is a parent program. Even though I started it, I rely on parents. So for it to be successful, parents can't just drop off their children. They have to stay there with their youth, and so that we all can have fun, and we also have nice conversations and learn from each other. So that's what the Social Chase is about. So we brought this here to television because I have a crew here who are in the booth that I want them to come out from the booth. During the summer at Skye Cable 13, Brenda started a great summer boot camp program for our youth to learn, teenagers to learn how to use video production here at Skye Cable. So if Michael and Jaden and Jonathan can come out here and just say hello in front of the camera. Genesis is missing, and hopefully we'll see her another time when she comes in. They're going to come here, and so we're all new at this program, and they're awesome, and they're volunteering their time to film this. So here's our crew. Here's the crew. Bend down, crew, because whoa, look at that. See, we're learning something every day. So that's my crew right now, minus Genesis. So really appreciative of them getting this program going. Now back to work, guys. So some of the detections for autism is very important to start early. So someone can be detected as early as 18 months or younger by the age of 2. And it has to be a diagnosis by experienced professional, so it could be considered reliable. Unfortunately, many children do not receive their final diagnosis until they're much older, and that delays them getting assistance that they need early in life and in the school system. So the diagnosing autism autism spectrum disorder, sorry about that, takes 2 steps. It's developmental screening, which is a short test to tell if children are learning basic skills when they should, or if they might have delays, and comprehensive diagnostic evaluation. This is thorough review, may include looking at the child's behavior, development, and interviewing the parents to find out what they need for services at school. It should be from severe to high functioning, but it's more than that involved. And so it's almost really like a circle and not just a straight line.
Early signs of autism. Children are identified the earlier they are able to receive critical early intervention services. Early signs of autism. No big smiles or joyful expressions by 6 months or thereafter. No back and forth sharing smiles or facial expressions by 9 months. No back and forth gestures by 12 months. No babbling by 12 months. No meaningful 2-word phrases by 24 months. Preoccupation with parts of objects or toys.
So let me just start. So the preoccupation with parts of objects or toys is. Do you remember any of that when you were younger, Michael?
Actually, yeah. Looking back, that was when I was like maybe 6.
Yeah.
And it was sort of. Oh.
Go ahead.
And it was sort of. Well, this one was unusual. I had this obsession with like balancing things and juggling my toys with my legs. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know, maybe it was like wanting to be an acrobat or something. I don't know. I was like 6. And I don't even know why I did it at first. I literally do not know why looking back. So maybe that probably relates. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Chase.
Repeats unusual movements or actions. Any loss of speech or social skills at any age.
A person with autism may repeat words or phrases over and over, give unrelated answers to questions, become upset by changes in routine, have intense interest, flap his or her hands, rock their body or spin in circles, have unusual reactions to the way things sound, smell, taste, look, or feel.
Very good. So we're just doing like an overview of some of the signs of autism. We'll probably go into more details for future shows. So a person with autism may not respond to his or her name, avoid eye contact, have trouble understanding other people's feelings or talking about their own feelings. They might have delayed speech and language skills. So these are some signs you have to be careful with and to pay attention to. So there's a lot of resources, and I have to thank Autism Speaks. A lot of this information I did receive from Autism Speaks. There's a toll-free number. You could call them with any type of questions, which is on the screen, 888-AUTISM-2. We have many local organizations as well. We have ctfeet.org. You go on their website. They have a parent discussion group. They also provide scholarships for individuals going for the BCBA, the Focus Center for Autism, which you went to that, Michael, right?
Yeah, it was great.
It was great for him.
Yeah.
Actually, Michael's mother and I are on the board for Focus Center for Autism by Donna. She's awesome. And Autism Services and Resources Connecticut, ASRC-CT.org. They have a lot of events going on. They have a walk. They have social groups, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of services and training for teachers, parents, and anyone who needs training to learn more about autism awareness. Sun and Moon and Stars has a lot of great activities for the young children out of Watertown. They'll be on our show soon. And the Waterbury Arc, they help individuals with disabilities. And Autism Families Connecticut, they're in the Newington area. They have a lot of social activities as well. I am so happy that Michael was willing to come on our show today from our Social Chasers. Michael's from the Bloomfield area. And so he traveled all the way down here to Waterbury to be on our show. Thank you to my son Chase, who was here as well. They both were willing to challenge themselves to be on camera, which is not easy. So I'm very proud of both of them. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Social Chase, the program to share about people living with autism and special needs. My name is Chase, and I'm the host of this segment. And I want to talk about my co-host, Allie. Welcome, Allie.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you for joining me today and for doing the special anthem for our 10th anniversary of the Walk for Autism Speaks.
You're welcome.
Yep, that was very awesome. How was it when you did the anthem?
Felt exhilarating because I just like to sing, and it's what gets me through when I'm having hard times, and it was a little bit nerve-wracking, but it worked out well.
That's cool. Very nice. Tell me a little about yourself.
Well, my name is Allie. I am 18, and I am in college right now, so that's fun. My life wasn't always easy, but I've grown up and time let me become a bigger person, and yeah. So right now I go to college. I go to Bristol Tech for culinary. I'm graduating in 3 years. My goal is to, after graduating, is to attend Johnson & Wales in Providence, Rhode Island. I am hoping to get a scholarship there, and I'm also, if that can't happen, then I'm going to plan to go to Tunxus and do 2 years of academics there, and then that will give me, then that means I can pay less money to go to Johnson & Wales, so that's my goal. You are the founder of Sun, Moon, and Stars nonprofit organization in Watertown.
Yes.
Before you share about your organization, can you share how autism has impacted your life?
Absolutely. So my son Dominic is now 8 years old. He was diagnosed when he was 3. Back then, we always knew there was something a little different about him, but being an older parent, I really had no idea what was so different about him. So when we got the diagnosis when he was 3 years old, we were a bit overwhelmed. So we looked for different supports around. And one of the groups that we were drawn to just because of Waterbury was the local Autism Speaks walk in Waterbury, Connecticut. And that's actually how I met Helen Taylor and how we've developed our relationship from that point in 2016. And I found a really great supportive group of people that helped us along the way. So with that being said, as a parent, it can be a bit overwhelming at first to find out you have this diagnosis. And my husband and I, my husband Mark is an incredible support system. We are completely on the same page in how we, raise Dominic and the support systems in place for him. Without him by my side, it would be a little difficult. Not gonna lie, he truly is a huge support system for me and for Dominic. So it made me step back into myself a little bit and realize that you really truly never know what's going on in any given situation. As my son was having meltdown after meltdown, trouble processing certain sensory overloads, I realized that I used to be that judgy person, and it really hit me hard to say, really, Chris, you need to do some self-reflection on yourself. And in any given situation, you just don't know. And we really need to not have a snap judgment and look at a situation with a parent that might be struggling with a child. How can I help? What can I do? What can I do to help support that mom that needs some help? So it's really, truly changed my philosophy of life. And Dominic, in 1,000 ways, has made me a better person.
That's great. I can relate to that too. I have a great support system. 4 years ago, I met my mom's husband, who is now, and he came into this all not knowing anything, but he's learned that he's great support. I can, with the meltdowns that your son has had or still have, my brother, whose name is Jaden, he is 15. He is on the autism spectrum. He's on the low side though, and his meltdowns have come so much better. I think he's had 2 in 2019, which is a big deal. But in the past, he's had a lot of meltdowns in public or in home. Out in public, it is hard because you get the stares, you get the can't you discipline your child, or why is something wrong with him, or they just roll your eyes. But not everyone can just not stare or anything. Now please tell us about Sun, Moon, and Stars.
So Sun, Moon, and Stars, clearly it's passion brought about by our son Dominic, and we're in our 4th year now. We're 1 year into actually being a true nonprofit. We're a 501c3, and we started with our supper club, but we realized that there were other things we can do. And I found while you're tied into the whole, we have to do different supports, different services, whether it be OT, whether it be speech, whether it be ABA services, whatever those services are, it can be a bit overwhelming. And what about the fun things for the kids to do, the fun things for the family? And we decided that we really wanted to focus on those fun events. We actually had one of our most popular events today at March Farm in Bethlehem. It was our pumpkin picking hayride. We started that about 3 years ago as a judgment-free time for our families to get together. We started with maybe 20 people. We had over 100 people today. It was a wonderful event. March Farm is very friendly to our autism families. And that's really what a lot of our focus is on, is how do we bring fun and support and a really great community around our families.
Thank you, Ellie and Ms. Faressa, for sharing your stories on autism. And I'd say I also didn't realize I had autism until a few years ago, and I feel fine with it. So, Ms. Faressa, I heard you have some events coming up. Would you want to tell us a little about them?
Absolutely. So we like to do a lot of yearly events since this is really our 4th year as Sun, Moon, and Stars. So today was our pumpkin picking hayride, which has grown tremendously. At the end of the month, we're doing our very first Halloween party. It's going to be an indoor trunk or treat at the American Legion in Watertown. That's very exciting. That'll be one of our very first Halloween events. We are also partnered with the ASRC at their annual resource fair that's coming up. That's Saturday, October 26th. we're helping to sponsor. It's their Kids Corner, their Harvest Kids Corner. So we're very excited to partner with them. That's a very new partnership for us. And our most popular event is our Santa Express train. We work with the New England Railroad Museum, and this is our 4th year of doing the Santa Express. We started with 1 coach, which was 60 tickets. It's a judgment-free coach for our autism families. So I'm very proud to say that we, out of 180 tickets, we only have about 55 left. So we'll have 3 coaches, and that's very exciting. My goal is next year to have a whole train time for ourselves, which would be great. Our focus really truly is on fun events for the kids. Most of our kids seem to be more grade school age. I leave it to your mom to work with the social chase with the older kids. So most of our kids are on the younger side, but if anyone has any questions about age groups, they can always reach out to me via our Facebook page, Sun, Moon, and Stars, or even online at our website, sunmoonandstars.org.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we do have some social nights that we're planning on, like bowling and paint nights. So we're just gonna display it at the end of the video. And I just want to thank Ms. Faressa and Ellie for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.